Hello scamps, it's Jack, weird. It's Jack from Cultaholic.com, and I'm here with some juicy news for you involving, there's a bit of WWE news, there's a bit of New Japan news, and there's a bit of more WWE news. So let's get right into it, starting off with the news that a former WWE superstar is teasing a little return over on the old Twitter. What's it like? That's right, former Cruiserweight champion Gregory the Hurricane Helms, who we saw return shockingly at the Royal Rumble this year, has teased that he will be a new member of the 205 Live Cruiserweight division. There was nothing official announced by WWE. There's no substance to this story beyond his own words, but as we've seen, sometimes when wrestlers make enough of a noise on social media, it does lead to a real life angle. Maybe he's been instructed to say this by WWE to tease an upcoming appearance, who knows, but let's get into exactly what was said. In response to a tweet by Arya Daivari saying, I'm going to win the Cruiserweight Championship, Hurricane then took to Twitter and said, look, keep it warm for me, which implies, Hurricane's going to come into 205 Live and challenge for the Cruiserweight title. I'd like to see it. I don't know how good a wrestler he is anymore. I've not seen him wrestle a proper match for quite some time, but I'm sure he can still go to some degree. And also, he's just a big character, isn't he? And yes, I like the new, more serious direction 205 Live's going in with its wrestling, but there's never enough characters in wrestling, is there? We love it. We love an old school, a proper character. And as we saw from the response to Hurricane when he stepped out in the Royal Rumble, he certainly hasn't lost any popularity. If this angle is real, or if it is really building to something, it would have to take place after WrestleMania 34, I think, purely because we are in the midst of the Cruiserweight Championship tournament for the vacant title, and the final takes place at WrestleMania, so it wouldn't really make sense for anyone to step in and announce that they were challenging for the belt also while the tournament's still in progress. Sticking with WWE news for the moment, Paul Heyman is the rumoured inductee for Goldberg at the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony 2018 in New Orleans. This is via Mike Johnson of PW Insider. I like that. Everyone loves to hear Paul Heyman talk. But on the other hand, I guess there are a few more guys who would be a little bit more appropriate to kind of induct Goldberg. Guy like former WCW guys, Sting would be a big one. Kevin Nash in terms of who he feuded with. Obviously Hogan's not going to be there, but maybe Bischoff, I guess, as well. But certainly, I've got no complaints if this report is true about Heyman. I think we all enjoy hearing him speak. He's very charismatic and very entertaining indeed, and I have no doubt that he would do Goldberg's induction a lot of justice. In other WWE news, several matches have been announced for the upcoming Fastlane pay-per-view, the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view in March, the last WWE pay-per-view before WrestleMania in New Orleans. Now, the matches that were announced officially and confirmed for the show were Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton for the United States Championship, and Charlotte versus Ruby Riott for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, the first of those two matches I wouldn't be too surprised to see altered as we head into Fastlane in the next few weeks, purely because that feud between Bobby Roode and Randy Orton isn't just a two-man feud. Jinder Mahal is also heavily involved. As well as that, the New Day beat Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable on SmackDown, meaning that they are the new #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships, which I suspect will also be officially added to Fastlane pay-per-view, in due course. Of course, the champions at the minute are the Usos, with whom the New Day shared a critically acclaimed feud last year in 2017, especially that Hell in a Cell match in October. And finally, a major New Japan Pro Wrestling star and a champion over there as well has been sadly injured. Many reports online seem to believe that it was sustained at some point during the promotion's recent tour of Australia, and that man is Los Ingobernables de Japón member Evil. Evil is largely a tag team wrestler alongside Sonata and sometimes other members of the LIJ stable, but he really came out of his shell last year in terms of singles action, including a few memorable matches with Kazuchika Okada, particularly the one in the G1 Climax, which Evil shockingly won. Now, reports seem to indicate that this is an injury to Evil's orbital bone, which I guess is, it sounds obviously painful and a bit nasty, but on the plus side, at least isn't like a ligament tear or something like that. Best wishes to Evil. Hopefully, that sounds really weird. Best wishes to Evil. Hopefully, he's fighting fit and ready to go in a very short space of time. Thank you very much for watching this video. I've been Jack from Cultaholic.com. You can follow me on Twitter at JackTheJobber. You can follow all of us at Cultaholic, and do check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic, if you enjoy what we do. There are some rewards and all the rest of it. And never forget, of course, to join us.